La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. If you're hitting walls, if you're stuck in your practice, just imagine you're there. Right? And see what happens. See what walls fall away. Because those walls falling away are your own unconscious resistances. And then you feel the walls falling away, feel like something's opening. Actually. Yes.
Can this also be applied for when you don't want to practice? How can
If you don't want to practice and you say, I'm going to imagine that I'm practicing.
Like, I mean,
so as long as it turns into practice, then it works. But if you use this in that way, where then you will be the most laziest salik and the most deluded of the Sufis. Right.
But only as if.
Yes. But only as if, because nothing's real anyways. Right? La ilaha illallah.
Exactly.
Right? So of course. Yes, no, but I think I know what you mean.
To imagine yourself feeling motivated, to imagine yourself going, getting up. Okay, I'm like this.
Imagining yourself feeling motivated when you're not. Yes. It's like the fake it until you make it.
Yeah.
But in a way where you're actively engaging not the resistance, but just those feelings, and either by visualizations or by attitudes or by thoughts. It's conscious, constructive thinking, conscious, constructive feeling. All of this is in the realm of the creative imagination.
You remember how
the alam al-khayal.
Yes, like how it feels after we do the
Yes. And so if you have that in your sacred memory, how that feeling feels, you can bring the feeling back. The goal is not the feeling, but the goal is the quality behind the feeling that was placed by Allah. That peace, I wish to seek, Allah, who has revealed or inspired that peace. So you can then bring that peace and remind your soul that there's a sweetness to the dhikr of Allah, especially if you're resisting it. And this takes these creative, conscious, interactions, right? And it's very similar to, of course, when you're predominated by a state that might be constrictive or hard or whatever, to then imagine that you're actually out of this, or you let it go, or you imagine it's opposite, and you just bring attention there. That's meditation. You're bringing attention to something. You're cultivating that. This is also cultivating attitudes, the proper attitudes, the attitudes of reverence. Much of this is, without saying it, those who have the talent for sacred imagination, it begins happening like this. Right? You can you can cultivate certain attitudes to bring you out of your temporarily speaking predominant state of being, right? If you're sad, cultivating attitudes of happiness, of peace, or even imagining those moments again and touching them in your imagination, feeling them in your imagination when you were really happy. What was that? And by touching it again, you realize it's always accessible. So why am I this when I could be this? Right? Or not even why am I this because I could be this. Why am I this when I'm always this in my substance, right? Because we're not conflict or irritation or sadness, in our being. That's superimposed upon us. We're actually by our nature, by our substance, we're peace, we're light, right? We're happy, we're content, we're humble, we're open, we're generous. And these are all natural fitra'i states of the natural inclining substance of the human soul. So it's a return to, it's just a reminding, it's a dhikr, it's a remembrance of our original states. All of this is dhikr. This process of as-ifness.
Yeah.
It can be seen like this. Precisely, this is the beauty of as-ifness. It's you can call it a shortcut, but it's just a direct way to the feeling that is you already, but that has been blocked by the veil of struggle. If I can say it like that. Yes, this one.
as ifness is at the core of all of the practices. Because
yes.
muhasaba is simply what are you doing? You're imagining your day prospectively and retrospectively.
Yes,
Muraqaba, you're imagining the presence of God. Mushahada is like a higher level of imagination.
yes. That's a very profound point. And when you can bring all of this into real time, into the present moment,
yeah.
because then you're simultaneously performing an act and you're observing it. That what's happening there? This is happening. There's a subtle faculty of perception that is placed in your what we would call the sacred imagination or the alimul khayal,
Yeah.
or this faculty of the khayal, the quwa of the khayal. It's all happening in that, and there's layers where you can be observing to yourself. You can be observing yourself.
Yeah.
You can be doing all these weird things, right? Some people get caught up in that, but the point is that those practices should, especially when they come into real time, when we've done them enough that then we can sit and observe ourselves while we're in the act, they're meant to shift us, like to shift our awareness, to shift our consciousness into what we really are. It awakens us, out of the dream, one could say. Yes.
And you could say it's as if the only thing you've been teaching us is how to like become more consciously aware of our sacred imagination and how to use it properly.
Yes, that's what's being taught, because everyone has this. It's a tool that needs to be recognized and then activated. It's activated in other realms. The artist uses, imagination. Why not use it? And the imagination comes from the heart. It's from the substance of the heart, right? Which has both the aql and also the imagination, right? These are the two eyes of seeing, right? Right? And these are the two eyes of the vision of the heart, actually. But it's one eye, actually.
لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله